All right, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on a Mini Cooper that I got for a good price, and this is the reason why. So it's a stick shift, clutch is in, goes in any gear you want, nothing. And they said they put a clutch in this here. Well, I've had it a few months now, haven't been able to get to it, but let's see, they put a clutch in it probably 8 months ago. But it feels like it's still going in gear, but doesn't even change the noise, nothing. So I got this for a good deal, bought a clutch. This is the supercharged edition S model. I know nothing about it. It was intriguing. So I want to also pull the supercharger apart because I've never messed with one. So it's gonna be fun. Overall, pretty decent shape. Has what is that? 116,000. All right, I'm gonna get it moved into the shop. Brakes and rotors. I don't know. I ordered every single O-ring, intake ring, cabin filter. I don't even know what these fit anymore. Still don't know where this gasket goes. My dumb ass bought a cabin air filter and not an engine air filter. Look at that cute little guy. Oil cooler seal. Look at that. Rotor and pad kit. Made in China. Hardware. Pads. Oh, these might be fronts. No way. These are rears. Okay, no, it's over here. Ah. It's actually clean right here. Look, it has an outlet back here. This tiny little fake ass trunk. Okay, you're sideways. I don't want to get any Mini Cooper on me. All right, I'm gonna start by removing all this stuff to get to the top of the transmission bolts. Then we'll pull tires, axles, things like that. I'm not gonna worry about the supercharger yet. I want to see if the transmission's just the clutch or not, which I'm hoping it's just a clutch. But there's also, I'm gonna have to buy a new one of them. I know when they start looking like that, they're bad. And then this is just awful. So we'll do some cleanup in the process. I'm just gonna start pulling parts. Oh, look at that coolant leak. That's not good. I know I didn't remove anything coolant. Look at the oil over there dripping. Look at these rotors. I don't know how well that comes across, but there's a huge lip.
On both sides.
Both sides plus the rears. That's why I had to buy all brand new, everything.
Oh, really?
I really hope that heater core is not bad in this thing. It is oily down here. Well, there's a, oh, here's where the 10 is. No, there's a 10 over there too. So there's a 10. It's weird. It's like a Phillips, a 10, a nothing, a 10, a Phillips. You know, to make this job even more fun. The genius engineers, if you come over here, normal socket to take it off. The brake line's in the way.
Well, this side's broke.
So that'll be fun. Oh, you're still leaking. That's all the antifreeze that was in this thing so far, so I gotta figure out why. We finally got it apart. I didn't really film much because I got frustrated, but I'm gonna stop here because I found out I need to order some more parts. Some of these hoses are hard to get to. I'm here, I'm gonna put a water pump in it. I'm gonna put the thermostat in it. It's way in the back in here. It's hard to see. I'm gonna replace the radiator hoses, and then as we go and look into the transmission, or if it's a clutch, I'm just making a parts list because there's a few things I'm pretty sure I didn't get. I don't think I got these two boots up here. I didn't think I was gonna have this gasket, so I'm gonna order one of them. I'm still gonna pull the supercharger off, but I wanna make sure I can get the transmission off and back together before today, because that way if we need this lift for a different project while I'm ordering parts, we can at least put the tires on it, put it outside. I want to degrease all this too. Probably going to put an alternator on it because I didn't know you had to pull the whole front off to get to an alternator, and this is really greasy in there. I still don't know where the oil's coming at. This is all fresh oil, and it looks like it's coming pretty high up. We're going to start pulling this training. Pull the axles, get everything apart, let this shit drip. We pulled the steering and axle, but we're gonna have to pull the subframe next. Subframe bolts here on both sides, and then a couple up here, and let me turn the light on. And then back in here we'll disconnect the steering. So I'm gonna get that done, and then we'll start getting that clutch out. Look at all the room we have.
Oh my goodness.
Damn, there's a lot of oil in here. Still don't understand where that damn oil leak is. No fluid came out. I always get oil that comes out. I wonder where I should have gotten a little bit of oil out of that. Alright, let me lift up half and get the slider under. Good enough. Okay, what we're gonna do is axle. Alright, I am ordering a new one. This boot being ripped like this. I'm just gonna go ahead and just order a new one of these. I also ordered a new alternator, mainly because of how difficult this is to get to, and the condition you can see it in. I'm gonna replace it. And I should probably replace these oil lines also. Well, I think they're coolant lines to the oil cooler, but I'm definitely gonna wipe things off, see how bad they are. Like, that's from the axle boot being ripped. All this grease here is. But this other grease, you know, and honestly, this being in the air like this, I could even pull this pan and replace that pan gasket, because I don't know where all that oil's coming from. Looks like it's coming up high though. And I don't know who designed this except for some weird engineer, but that's where your oil filter is. I don't know why. It looks like it could have been remotely mounted pretty much anywhere you wanted. But that's where they stuck it. But we're hoping it's a clutch. I just threw out the wad of fibers that were in there. So that's the inspection cover. So we're hoping just a clutch.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta finish getting the starter out. I got
these bolts right here. Back in it.
Got too excited when I saw them fibers. That's the one thing they got right. I mean, even the bolts for the subframe seem loose.
Yeah, some of them didn't take much at all.
Gotta take a little quick pee break. Don't worry if everything's okay, it's just a little different color. Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Go work.
Well, she had some Earl in it. I think I wore a lot of it. Should have drained it when I said I should drain that.
That'd be too easy. Take care, bag.
Yes, look at that. Clutch fibers. It's a bad clutch. Oh, that definitely should be clean. God, it's everywhere in here. Whew. Nice. I can see the entire clutch now. Yeah.
It's all in there.
It's all right there, right where it shouldn't be. Ugh. Oh, look at all the clutch up in here. That's what a good clutch looks like. Oh, I hope he didn't screw up the flywheel.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, I could have actually upgraded the whole thing, but limited warranty. Shit is everywhere in here. This is from beyond that clutch. This is from the last two clutches. I got to vacuum that shit out too. Yep. This thing shot. It was so bad that if somebody brought this to me and said that they didn't hear it, I'd call them a liar. It sounded metal to metal. Redneck resurfaced. Got the transmission area, bell housing, whatever, kind of cleaned up best we can. Just zip tying some things up out of the way so we don't pinch stuff. Looks a lot better, looks a lot better. Just, I'm really not excited to lift this at such a... Oh, you know, we can go higher. I just thought of that. That's a jack.
Yeah, I have to jack that up with it, yeah.
The dumbass. I'm usually a little bit more intelligent once the project's going back together. Look at all that crap. Man, I'm telling you. Okay, I'm not excited about this part, but gotta put the clutch back, or the transmission back in now. Look at all the garbage, man. Can you see the excitement? I hate doing this. Get pinched. No doubt. Oh. I think we're fighting over the cart. Okay. Hey. Maybe we need the transmission jack under the transmission. Push down. Is it low enough?
We put one of those other stands into this.
Huh?
We put something else under the motor. Move that towel.
No.
Got it. Okay. I'm not gonna need you.
Oops.
Level.
Oh, it's up too high. Oh, it slid a little.
There you go.
Okay.
Slid right on. Just level it. voltage? Is that the same?
All right, right now we're just putting on things that we can put on. I have to order an axle, and honestly putting an axle on the passenger side without that subframe is so much easier. So we're just gonna do little things. I'm gonna clean that subframe up, clean up a few more things. I'll just throw the front rotors on and the brackets, probably do rear brakes real quick, kind of get things just kind of cleaned up, and then when I come back in a few days, whenever I get the axle, we'll finish this up. Done. All right, brackets. Where the brackets? Tighten that after the subframe then.
Come on. There you go.
There's your blues.
10.
I mean, this tool is, for how cheap it was at Horrible Freight, way better than what I used to be using. I just never wanted to spend the money on the correct tools.
Well, no.
It gets expensive.
We always use the...
Where am I going to store all that crap?
That isn't
I
funny.
don't even think at work we have one of these. I think we just use C-clamps.
Huh. I'll put a little grease on the other side.
Alright, throw this back, put the pads on.
I'm old school. You don't grease nothing.
Well, you don't want so much that it squeezes out on the caliper. You just want enough for that pad to slide without squealing and getting hung up is all. Look, we actually have real synthetic brake grease. I just didn't use it.
I got a whole bunch of... I got tubes of it.
It helps anti-squeaking it. Then you take your leftovers and you make your coveralls waterproof. Pro tip. I don't even remember what size that was. That size? What's that one? This is okay since you can kind of set it on that center.
Yeah. These are lighter wheels, so...
But try doing this pouring down rain on the side of the road. Oh, the cap broke. Plastic, it doesn't stand a chance.
We got another...
Another ingenious thing, there's nowhere around here to put anything in, so I don't know if you have to put a hook in that or... Genius. Look, it sets right over that. Just like it was meant to be there. Alright. We're gonna try and... Whoa. Oh, look at there. I'm disconnected. It's not very good. That's alright. I don't really know if these do any good, but we got to do these rear rotors also. There's a heck of a lip on them. These could be factory. So we're just going to do pads, rotors. We're going to get this done and then push back out of the shop until I get the rest of the parts to rebuild the supercharger. Extension works. Can't use the extension on the top one though. I just need to do a video about fails. They have a lot of them. I bet you it's hung up on this lip. I don't think you can. I don't think this style you can compress like that. So I think we're just going to be destroying things to get this off. Oh, springs. Let's get the springs out. Maybe that'll help me. Ta-da! Nope. Nope, we're just gonna have I didn't buy calipers, but look how bad those are. Well, if they don't leak, we're still using them, but that's what I bought that tool for. It should screw this thing back in and push. Oh, there's the spring to my electronic device. That's broken. Alright, I'll stick that in my pocket so I forget about it. The pads were, look at, they're angled. That one is, this one's not. That's probably from not having grease in there. They're good pads, just this is shit.
Yeah.
That was too easy. A lot better than there it is. Looks like these pins are too thick for the holes. There's that pin. Okay, I'm going to put a little RTV is what I'm going to use, not grease. Don't need it on the back because there's like a built-in spring on the back of the pad. Let your brakes set. This little wire here is supposed to, it's hard to see without your light on, but it's supposed to click into here and let you know when the brake pad's wore down, but since it's messed up, we're just gonna leave it. I think you guys both of them have the exact same problem.
Fuel filters,
Well, that don't look right.
the lead,
It hits the rotor.
all the
That's what happens when you order a shit ton of parts like 2 months ago, and then you're trying to figure out what's what.
Put it in the right hole, it works.
That one hits too. We're gonna try and get the old ones on. You got the old springs still and the scrap?
Yeah.
We gotta use them. Yeah, see, this one's going hard. That's the way it should fit, and it don't hit. I'll have 2 into it. Yes, we have the battery disconnected. It won't open the hatch. So I gotta crawl through, connect the battery to pop the trunk to get the charger out. And I'm hoping that it actually took a charge. So. Okay, we're just gonna have to do that again when we come back, but whatever. I'm gonna pull that battery, I think, and go buy a new one, but not today.